And that
Y'all are not going to judge me because I just played Vanilla Ice on the show. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the den. Legacy Internet Radio. I play whatever I want to play. Y'all make me sick. I'm here talking mess to me when Grizzy over here making fun of me and stuff. You know, I played MC Brains, the Rapping Dude,
and now
and then Vanilla Ice. Yeah,
come on, son.
Corny rap night.
It's corny rap night, exactly. You know, and underneath.
Can't even karaoke it on cat.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you don't even know what I'm playing underneath because you can't hear it. But
Oh,
the listeners know.
I can hear it on the replay when.
Yeah, listeners know. The replays, they're going to be on YouTube by the end of the week, by the end of tomorrow. But you'll hear it broken up. You're not going to hear actually the songs and stuff. But you can hear the show in its entirety. All of the shows are uploaded on demand onto the website. So thank you for the shameless plug, my brother.
There you go.
At this time of the show, we got a couple of housekeeping things that we need to do before we get to the rants and the closings from the crew. First thing I like to do at this part of the show is the history. Black facts for today, April 24th. Bill Pickett, in 1944, Bill Pickett died at 72 years old. Folks is like, who is Bill Pickett? Bill Pickett was a person who invented the rodeo event of bulldogging, an event in which the contestant must wrestle a longhorn steer to the ground with his bare hands. He died after being kicked while roping a bronco. A lot of times people think a lot of these things are not indigenous to us. Last week we talked about all of the cool things that we as black people invented that white folk got credit for. We talked about things like the remote control. We got tired of running to the television. We talked about the refrigerator. We wanted to figure out a way to keep our beer cold. You know what I mean? We talked about the stoplight. We got tired of running into each other. Black folk invented all of that kind of stuff. And Bill Pickett actually invented the rodeo event of bulldogging. When you think of rodeo, how many people think of black people? Not too many. And I watch rodeo. I think rodeo is absolutely fascinating, but, you know, it is what it is. Also, in 1944, on this day, the United Negro Fund was founded. Let's see. The Ku Klux Klan had their first national meeting at the Maxwell House in Nashville, Tennessee, 1867. You had, let's see, what else we got? A couple of things here. Those are good ones. I'll just leave it there. I like to look and see all of the stuff that happened on this day or within a couple of days, and we'll use that as our Black History moment here. Ain't no hashtag on Marcus J. Live from the Dan Legacy Internet Radio. I'm going to profile missing and or exploited child as we do at this point of the show every week. We're looking for Jaquante Francis, missing right here from the Cap City, Richmond, Virginia, since April 12, 2017. 16-year-old black male, black hair, brown eyes. He stands 5'5", weighs 120 pounds. Last seen on April 12, 2017, wearing a black shirt, gray shorts, and black tennis shoes. If you've seen Jaquante Francis, please contact the Richmond City Police Department at 804-646-5125. Or contact missingkids.org, or call them at 1-800-THE-LOST, 1-800-843-5678. Ain't no hashtag with Marcus J. It's time for us to go through and get in our rants and get into our closings. This brother slipped in the studio towards the end of the last segment. He definitely got something to say, and I'm going to give our brother Tavon an opportunity to say what he got to say. What's up, brother?
What's happening, fam?
How you doing, brother?
I'm wonderful. How about yourself?
Outstanding. It's good to see you, brother.
That's always a beautiful thing, bro. Anytime that we above ground is a blessing. I'm just upset that I wasn't here earlier to partake in the conversation involving the N-word, that infamous slur that some people use as a term of endearment, but others still hold on to that history of what it was initially used for. I just ask that you don't be a hypocrite with it. If you're going to use it, whatever context you use it in. It's your freedom of choice. But don't use it and then tell your kids not to use it. don't be hypocritical with it. Don't give mixed messages. Don't send mixed signals, because our kids are already confused enough, and they need guidance. They don't need any more distractions. I wanna bring up something, and I think that I'm gonna touch on this Saturday on the show. I got something to say at 2:30 on Legacy Internet Radio. We have something in this country that has troubled me my whole life. We have interracial discrimination. Light skin, dark skin. Mm-hmm. Light, bright, damn near white, mellow, yellow, whatever you want to call it. And I've been dealing with that my whole life. I just want to touch on it because it's still a very prevalent problem, because this is just that, a problem. And that goes back to, you can say its inception was with the Willie Lynch papers that, from historical standpoint, was right here in Richmond on the banks of the James River, is where Willie Lynch had his meeting with the plantation owners and whoever the powers that be that had the right at that time to cause a division. But I want to touch on that this Saturday, and I think I'm going to bring some things to light that maybe you weren't aware of. And I welcome all listeners to call in, join the conversation. It's always a plus when you do. We always welcome you, me and Monique. But 2:30 to 4:30, I got something to say on Legacy Internet Radio. Look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you, brother. And you know how stepping with Marcus J, live from the den. Legacy Internet Radio, Jay Grizzly Green. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, Marcus J? Thank you for having me come on again to the den. Ain't no half stepping. It's always a pleasure. Make sure y'all check out Coming Out in May Dropping, a podcast hosted by me, a comedy podcast called The Last Laugh with Jay Grizzly. We have up-and-coming comedians sitting down having one-on-one interview with me, talking all things comedy and then some. Make sure y'all check that out. Coming soon to Legacy Internet Radio in the month of May. Two things I want to talk about that ain't got the bar Marcus J's line, that ain't got nothing to do with the show. First thing is the NBA playoffs are playing. I saw on TV in Oklahoma City, a guy went into the stands for the Houston Rockets, and the owner's son, you know, when they get fouled, they fall into the crowd. The owner's son was saying something to him he had the clapper in his hand, and he was dropping F-bombs to Patrick Beverly of the Houston Rockets, berating him while he was on the floor. Patrick Beverly jumped up. Looked like it was going to be a Malice in the Palace type of situation again until till security came in. And Patrick Beverly said, you know, if the NBA wants to make sure that something like that doesn't happen again, they need to make sure that they protecting these players. These people think that, when I say these people, the fans of sporting events think that just because they paid whatever they paid for their tickets, they can say, and the NBA is mainly African American league. Let's not get it twisted. I mean, it's diluted with the Europeans and white folk, but for the most part, most of the major stars in the NBA are black people, and I can only imagine what I would think that they would be, what they hear as they go on the road in some of these NBA cities, and the opposing team fans are saying, yes, they get paid millions of dollars, but they don't get paid millions of dollars to be disrespected, you know, while they doing their job. So you can only imagine if I go to my job and somebody from another department was calling me out my name or you know, berating me, I'm gonna have something to say too. So the NBA needs to make sure that they don't fine or get on these guys like Kobe Bryant. I forgot about that incident when Kobe dropped the F-bomb and got fined $100,000. Like, what? For real? $100,000 when the fan could sit there and call him probably any and everything. And I'm not even a Kobe fan, and I'm defending him. So, you know, they need to look out for that. Another thing is, and I can say this it's not the N-bomb, but these ass shots is getting ridiculous, man. God. I'm just scrolling through my Facebook, right? You know, and Instagram, because, you know, I'm on Instagram now. It took me a minute. Now I know why I shouldn't be on Instagram. Yo, y'all, hey, look. people asses is falling off, getting ate up with bacteria and stuff. Y'all need to stop, especially sisters. Cause Becky want to look like you. You naturally got the look, but you sitting there enhancing it even more by putting these shots and looking crazy, looking like olive oil on steroids. Like, come on, man. It's starting to look ridiculous right now. It's like it's starting to look like a cartoon caricature, and it's not cute no more. Move on to the next wave. It be natural, like Kendrick Lamar new video. Yeah, that humble video. Like, I like scratch marks. You know, I like them. Big ups to scratch marks. But these shots that y'all getting to make y'all joints look plump, like y'all eating Tyson chicken, like, come on, man. That's all I got to say, Marcus J. Appreciate you, bro.
Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the den. Legacy Internet Radio. My sister Neek, pull yourself together.
Did he say Tyson's chicken?
Yeah, he did. It's Grizzy. It's Grizzy.
Oh, Jay Grizzy, we need you to come on Saturdays from 2:30 to 4:30 on I Got Something to Say Radio. Please come by.
I'm coming.
Because you definitely have
some
something
levity to y'all show.
Yes, but you definitely got something to say, and I appreciate what you have to say. You know, he puts a new spin on No Soapbox is Ever Too Small.
Only I can do that.
I appreciate you. I really do. I want to thank Marcus J. for inviting me this evening. And amongst the monsoon we're having right now in the Richmond area, is it still raining? Okay, so the monsoon continues. So to those allergy sufferers, and I'm pretty sure you hear me, I do sound kind of raspy. No, I'm not a guy. I'm a girl. All the way, girl.
You gotta say that these days.
Yes, all the way, girl. That likes the other, that likes Johnson. Anyway, I wish everybody the best. My allergies got the best of me. Please take your medicine. Everyone, our diabetics, our asthmatics, our people with high blood pressure, people with hypertension. Please take your meds. People are leaving here quickly, expeditiously, in all age ranges, shapes, sizes, and colors. And it's a lot of illness in this world. So please take care of each other and take care of yourself.
Ain't that a call sign for somebody? Didn't somebody say that?
Jerry Springer said.
That Jerry Springer? I do. That was
Take care of yourself.
I thought I was going to see a star come across you and say, the more you know.
I never watched him, so okay.
Like, there's a public service announcement.
What that was, your GPSA.
There you go.
Big bro, what you got, man?
Well, I ain't going to say too much. Totally unrelated to what Marcus Johnson said today.
Who?
Marcus J.
Oh.
Said today. We skipped that. Today is a grilled cheese and Brunswick stew kind of day.
Word up.
So I'm going to go eat me some Brunswick stew and a grilled cheese sandwich.
I'm going with him.
I can dig it.
Yo, but you can always hear me on Wednesday evenings from 7 to 9 on Joy and Body Radio. That's the show for ladies and the men who love them. With Ashley Joy and your boy Big Bro Joe. That's it. I need a grilled cheese sandwich.
With Marcus J. Live from the Dan Legacy in that radio. Our featured guest of the night, dating pool diva, author Charisma. What you got?
Well, I'm going to keep it short and sweet since you want a grilled cheese sandwich, and I wouldn't mind eating myself. So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I want to continue to promote the Bittersweet trilogy. It's $25 for the set. Right now, you can't get it any cheaper than that because that's 3 books for $25. So that's a steal. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be promoting it at my next book signing. I'm planning to have a rooftop book tour, and I hope to start it in May 20th is the date that I'm shooting for. If you are interested in coming to this rooftop book tour signing, then follow me on Facebook, Author Charisma. I'm also on Twitter under the same name. I'm on YouTube, Bittersweet TV. I'm everywhere. So look me up, Author Charisma, Charisma Brown, or Bittersweet TV. I also have a website That's www.freespiritenterprisesco.biz. Thank you for having me, as usual, and I plan to be back next month.
You got it. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Live from the den. Legacy Internet Radio. Thanking everybody for rocking with us tonight. We had quite a few people that checked in with us. Special thank you to our first guest of the night, our sister Kathy, who joined us, the flight attendant who talked to us about the airline situations that we've been having. Of course, the folks that have checked in to the show. We had Melinda, we had, WB, Hakeem, Terry, Laurel, Yvonne, Virginia, Juan, Michelle K, Dee all checked in. Special thank you to the folks in the building with us. Of course, Tavon, Neat, Big Bro Joe, Jay Grizzy, and Dating Pool Diva. You're listening to the flagship show of Legacy Internet Radio. It's called Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J. That is me. We're here every Monday night, 7 p.m. until we finish. Tuesday nights. Going forward, actually tomorrow night, we are going to have a replay of the Ladies Takeover show hosted by First Lady of Legacy Internet Radio, comedian S. Lissa P. They did a special show on fitness and wellness. So thank her for that. And that aired on Saturday. We're replaying it tomorrow. But starting next Tuesday on the May 2nd, the listening party will be returning. Hip-hop show, underground beats. Look forward to them DJs. Dope show. Dope show. And they're going to be taking over the Tuesday at 7 p.m. time slot. Wednesdays, you heard Big Bro Joe, Join Body Radio, followed by Absolutely Alphas. On Thursday nights, you got All Throttle Radio. Our brother Solo was here with us in the building earlier tonight. Friday nights, you got Couch Coach Live. Saturday, you've got our brother Tavon and Neat and Big E. They got something to say. I got something to say at that show, 2:30. And then we play replays of our other shows throughout the early part and the latter part of Saturday, taking you into Saturday evenings when we play the Bob Marley and the Family Reggae mix, taking you into Sunday morning. We play Amplified Gospel. Then Big Rube comes in at 3:30 on Sundays, and he has irreconcilable differences. Ain't no telling what you're going to hear him talk about. Could be anything. Taking you right up to 6 p.m. on Sunday nights till after dark. Of course, milestone March 2017, we had 17,000 listeners to Legacy Internet Radio, and that's because y'all rock with us on Facebook Live and on TuneIn and on Streamer and on Stream Licensing, legacyinternetradio.com. And we appreciate all of the love and support that we've been getting. It's because y'all come here and rock with us across all of our programming. That's why we roll with y'all. We play music throughout the days, so whenever you don't hear a show in the evening, of course you got some music. And you know, we old school around here, so we're gonna probably be rocking some old school hip-hop, old school soul, old school R&B, pop, you know, whatever it is we feel like rocking. We appreciate y'all rolling with us. And so I want to thank all the listeners for that. At this time of the show, it's time for me to close it out with my rant, and it's time for me to close it out with my closing. I'm going to be brief tonight. I kind of alluded to it a week ago, but I'm just going to kind of go back to it again. I do get a little bit frustrated with all of the videos that we're seeing that folks are sharing. You know, we're seeing a lot of shared videos of inappropriate things. We've seen a lot of shared videos of people, you know, sharing death and sharing fights and sharing, quite frankly, sharing nonsense. We see a lot of support for the negative, and we're not seeing as much support for the positive. You know, you can share a fight scene. You can share a video of somebody being hurt. You can share videos and songs and quotes and pictures of famous people. Last week, Serena Williams turned up pregnant, and you would have thought that she'd have broke the internet, you know, but you got a friend who sells books. You sharing her stuff? You got a friend who is a cook, who cooks every Saturday or Sunday or whenever. You sharing their stuff? You got a friend that's a comic who is selling tickets for an event that they're doing. You sharing their stuff? You got a friend who owns an internet radio station, who's grinding, who's trying to enlighten and empower. Are you sharing their stuff? Today is the day that we reject negativity. We talked about the N-word today, and we all have our varying opinions on it. But what we need to make sure that we promote and we stay steadfast in our promotion is positivity. We can't become discouraged. Just because someone doesn't do the things that we think that they should do doesn't mean we discourage. We gently remind them in a tender manner of their failings. That's what we do. That's why I come on here every single week. That's the reason why I speak the way I speak. I don't know everything. I don't know a whole lot of stuff. I appreciate the team that I have that will share with me my shortcomings as I will do for them. And a shortcoming that we have in our community is celebrating nonsense. So we're going to always be the crew that's going to be against that. We're going to boycott World Star and places like that. And we're going to continue to share those of us who are promoting positivity. People like Tavon. People like Neat Neat. People like Big Bro Joe and Dating Pool Diva. People like Jay Grizzy. People like yours truly. Because if we can't defeat negativity with positivity, then we already lost the game before we even started playing. That's the Marcus's unrelated rant that ain't got nothing to do with what we in here talking about tonight. It's the end of the show that we will replay in its entirety immediately following this airing. I want to thank everybody for rocking with us. I want to remind everybody that independence is key to building your legacy. Also want to say peace to all the stars and all of the squares. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Those are the words of Bob Marley, who you hear singing in the background. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. We will be back right here, live from the den, next week. Peace, y'all.